Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from whatever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Finally, President William Ruto has launched the Hustlers Fund, and again it is emerging that Hustlers Fund cannot help anyone who want to start a business, even those who are already in the business or those who just have idea for the business. 500 cannot take you anywhere in business. Even 1,000 cannot help you to run a serious business in this country with the fact of the kind of economy we are having as of now. So we are all agreeing that Hustlers Fund was a hot air. Besides this, I'm seeing Kenyans have resolved that they will go for this money and they will just eat the 500 shillings. I would also encourage them to go for the money. After all, this is their tax. They are paying the tax. Of course, we don't have enough prison for William Ruto to take all of us in the prison. So go for the money. Besides this, Robert Alai is trying to suggest something, and according to him, Azimio la Umoja might soon launch their Azimio Fund. I want us to look into that, but before we go deep into that, there is a serious question which is making sense for me, that the deputy governor of Kakamega, Ayub Sabola, is asking on the same issue of Hustlers Fund. This is what he's asking. According to Hustlers Fund regulations, one can borrow between 500 to 50,000 Kenyan shillings. But during the launch, billionaires like Musalia Mudavadi limit was cash 2,800. William Ruto's limit was Kenyan shillings 2,200. While that of Gachagua was Kenyan shillings 1,600. Hustlers wa kawaida atapata ngapi? So that one tells you what you can get. If a billionaire like Musalia Mudavadi can get, and is the man who got the highest, of course, 2,800. Ruto, the sitting president, of course, you can see. I thought they can maybe get up to 50,000, but it's not. So that's a good question, a clear indication of what you should anticipate. Even if they're telling you that you can borrow up to 50,000, it is hot air. You will apply for 50, you will not get. You will pay your loan, you will keep on paying, apply and pay. You try to improve, maybe the highest you will get, it might turn to be 10,000. Senator Ledema Olekina, the Hustlers Fund will create more poor people in Kenya than Shylock. And this is what Honorable John Badi is saying. Kenyans, don't be deceived. Hustlers Fund is just a loan like any other. Ni biashara yao wameanza. You will daily miss Baba's monthly 6,000 social protection. That is true. These people are in business, and we asked that question in our last video yesterday. Someone is in business. Now, this is what Robert Alai tweeted. We as Azimio will soon launch Inawezekana Fund at almost zero interest to show hustlers that they are being duped. Fuliza domiciled in Statehouse is dangerous. That's the truth. These are things we have already talked about. So Inawezekana Fund might just come. It is possible. It can come. And I want to look into how Azimio can use the Inawezekana Fund in case they go for it, to teach William Ruto a lesson on how to help the youth, women, and the poor to move from poverty or run their already existing business and change lives by even going to an extent of employing other unemployed Kenyans in this country. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request: if you are watching and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Returning subscribers, thank you so much. And to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to our discussion. Now, if Raila or Azimio can come up with the Inawezekana Fund, this will be a competitive advantage, something that will help people to compare what we already have in the market and make a decision what they can go for. Of course, if they come out with this one, you should come with the terms that are friendly to the borrower and make a change. What Ruto has brought here is not even something someone can sit down to craft a project, then go for this money. The way it is cheap even to access, that's through your phone. There's no one who is asking the kind of project you want to run. It tells you. It's just money to borrow, and then someone earn revenue, earn interest on that. Again, there's no anywhere you run a business within 14 days and then you repay a loan, especially for those who are starting. For those who are already in the game, it can be possible if you get a contract that you will need to deliver within a week and you get sorted out. But for a serious business and a starters, 14 days is not a friendly growth period for you to start repaying your loan. So how can Raila Odinga succeed in teaching William Ruto a lesson? There are so many ways. But by the way, before I go into those ones, I have one question to ask. Why is Hustlers Fund asking for M-Pesa PIN as a requirement when you are applying? Why? Why M-Pesa PIN? Number two, where are they depositing the 5% they're deducting from your money? And what if you want to access that money? How? Now, Raila can succeed to teach William Ruto a lesson together with the Azimio la Umoja leaders, Kalonzo, Martha Karua, and the team, if they try to start something like what Alai is suggesting. They don't need to have that big much amount of money like the 5 billion Ruto has injected into the Hustlers Fund. They can have just small amount. Someone will ask, how will they get this money? These people have even a political party fund they are getting. Of course, they can raise resources. They have governors. They have members of parliament. They have friends. They can engage even non-governmental organization. They can even engage banks on behalf of this youth. But how can you go about this? In my own view, it is better if you want to help youth, women, and those who don't have money to run successful business. First of all, teach them, have seminars and teach this youth and these people who are in need on how to run a successful business. Knowledge first. After training these people, let them go back and write a project that they can wish to run. As they write this project, also let them do in groups, because some of them will be starting for the first time. And to make sure that you are reaching out to various areas, you can use the stronghold of Azimio, Nyanza, Kisii. You go to Lower Eastern, Coast, Western, all those other areas. Then go to each and every ward, take one group of 20 people, and in those wards, of course, one individual should be coming from every village, so that at least on grassroots there, every village has someone. So 20 in groups, good proposal after training. Then they bring their proposal, go through, and after that, because you have equipped these people with knowledge, fund them with money. At least 100 to 200, and those who already are in the business, you can give them up to 500,000 Kenyan shillings. So range it from 100,000 to 500. Then inject the money. After that, always visit these groups to learn on how they are doing their project. Help them where they need to be helped. Guide them where necessary. So create that mutual relation, that anytime they have problem, they can reach out to you. So these groups will have leaders. And at the end of the day, make sure also, as you are giving this loan, at least give a favorable grace period of up to 6 months so that these people can realize profit before they start paying the loan. Then from there, help these people to get to the market. Look for the market for them. How do you start? Start even with the county government, the governors. These people are sourcing from outside. Let them give those chances to these youth groups and women groups. So that now they already have market. So if someone went into several projects, they can get market for their product. Wale wanaenda kufuga kuku, wale wa kufuga, wale wa maziwa, wale wa nguruwe, wale wa nyanya, vitunguu, all those many projects, wale wa nguo, wa mitumba, many things. Try to get market for them so that at the end of the day they will have where to sell the product rather than going into losses. After that, I think these people will have money and it will be very easy for them to pay their loans, and then you can just give them at least even 5% or 3%, which will help to facilitate or help when you are processing that loan. Favorable. In that way, just with a few groups in this country, you will help these people to move from those groups next time to turn into even circle. They can build a circle as long as you strengthen them. Some people will run successful manufacturing. People will go into small industries. So in that way, they will have a market. Watu wataanza hata kutengeneza viatu hapa. People will start processing flour in this country. People will start processing even wine, alcohol. Watu watapanda kwa mfano, I saw some successful groups which are processing wine from bananas. So you have a farm whole plant. Then you have those people who are working in the factory and process the one and have a market for it. In that way, it is very easy to move this youth from poverty, and again they will also employ other people into their job, and in that way you are expanding the bracket, the tax bracket, of course, and then employing more people. In that way, the youth will thank you one day. So you don't need to give too much people money here. Just few groups, every ward, one group. Azimio can teach William Ruto a lesson, and of course, they will have created their network on the ground. These people will remember to vote for ODM or Azimio any other day because they have seen how they have been empowered. So Robert Alai, what he's saying, it can be done if they are serious. Thank you and see you in our next video.